Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Morning JB Show. I am your host, James Boorman, and it is Wednesday morning. If you are coming through, please do drop a like, comment or share. Let me know that you've been through and watched somehow. So today I want to talk about 3 rules that I have whenever I'm setting up a routine. And I usually apply these rules when I'm doing my weekly scheduling, okay? So my timetabling. This is something that we do. So if you think about when you're at college, right, and uni, you draw up a timetable from the lecturers and you base, Digby, get off the road. You based your life around this timetable, okay? Create structure, it creates routine, creates a system that you follow as a student at college or university. The problem is that when we leave college and university and we attend real life, we don't do that anymore, and life falls into chaos. Now in your 20s you don't really notice it because you're too busy fucking shagging about and partying and going off to Ibiza or doing whatever, and then in your 30s you're too consumed usually on bringing up children and getting married and paying mortgages and paying bills and figuring yourself out. And that's probably when we really want to introduce the routine. So the routine kind of gives us control, it gives us consistency, it gives us clarity, it gives us sanity. And they're all things that we definitely need right now, right? They're all things that are very, very important to our life. And routine is very difficult to get into. And I used to think that I could come up with routines myself. And then I realised that one of the rules that I'm going to go through with you, I couldn't really maintain it. I didn't really know what I was doing. So I hired a coach to help me in terms of creating much better routine and structure, to be more consistent with my daily action, my weekly action, with a lot more control of my time and energy and a lot more clarity on where I was going. So the first rule is balance. Now whenever I'm creating my routine, my weekly timetable, my sketch throughout the day, how my day's going to run, my visualization, there has to be balance. And especially today with everything that's going on in the crazy world, under one roof, that's very difficult. So I have to segment my day in between my 4 pillars, which is health, relationships, business and personal development. So I have to make sure that I'm getting a little bit of dose of it on each of those to help me grow and progress. When we live a normal life and we're out and about, it's a little bit easier, but when we're under one roof, we have to ensure that one of the rules that we're facing is making sure that we're getting the balance. And that's something I've really improved on this week compared to last week. Was a little bit mayhem because I think we were all just absorbing the lockdown. This week it's definitely got a lot better. But I want you to look at your routine. Number 1, have you got a routine? And number 2, does it give you balance between the 4 pillars? Are you getting enough time with the family? Are you doing work? Are you getting enough time for you? Are you getting enough time in terms of your fitness and your health? Because for me, this is the best opportunity you'll ever have to get as fit as you possibly can. And by the way, 8 o'clock today, kettlebell workout. Be on this page. Second rule is recognizing progression. Okay, is recognizing progression. Now, I just quickly talked and mentioned there earlier, let's go. I recognized that my routine last week was a bit all over the place. There's a rat there. It was a bit all over the place because of the lockdown. So we got a distraction, and I spent the last couple of days of the week last week rejigging my routine for this week. And I wanted to, and as human beings, we need to recognise progression. If we're not recognising that we're progressing and we're not growing, we tend to be just dying. And it can create a lot of uncertainty, and it can affect our mental well-being. It can affect, and then that will have a ripple effect of affecting your health, your relationships and your personal development. So we want to recognize that we're progressing in our routines. So when we create our weekly timetable, we're adjusting, we're reflecting, we're being consciously aware of the things that are working well for us and the things that are not working well for us. So part of your routine may be to do a daily review, do a weekly review. You would do it in your business. You do it when you're doing your end of month accounts for your personal account and your business account. Review, think, act, change. Review, act, think, change. Okay, consistently changing the bar so that you know that you feel that you are progressing forwards in your routine, in your daily habits, in your actions, in the way that you think. And that links in nicely with the balance. Okay, so you're doing stuff to improve your health and your fitness, doing stuff to improve your personal development. Whether that's watching one motivational video on YouTube or listening to a podcast or audiobook. So the last rule is self-discipline. Now, it's all well and good creating and talking about routines that are going to help you get fitter. They're going to help you be mentally more aware. But there has to be a point where you stick to it. And how do we stick to it? So when I think of self-discipline, I think of accountability. Accountability is something the majority, high percentage of men are missing right now. So you go back to college again. You have a college lecturer. Where's your work? Why weren't you at class? Why haven't you handed in your coursework? This is what you need to do to get to this grade. Somebody that would have consistently hold you accountable. Your parents would have done it at a younger age. But when you get into your 20s, you don't have that. There is no accountability. But you probably don't need someone to hold you accountable in your 20s. Too busy fucking throwing weights around and chasing girls and going on holidays with the lads. But suddenly when you get to an older age, you have to be able to rediscover yourself, re-educate yourself, remodel yourself, because you're a different human being. And self-discipline slips in because you're going to do what you said you were going to do, instead of being fucking weak and going, oh no, I'm just going to make some bullshit excuse why I can't work out, why I can't do this, why I can't do that. That's where self-discipline and accountability comes in, because you have to have this heart and mind that you're going to do what you're going to do. Every single morning, it took me almost a year to get used to getting up here at 4 o'clock in the morning, being disciplined enough to be here to serve you, to give you value all the time. And I've got my guys who hold me accountable. And then suddenly action is more consistent, it's more controlled, it has more clarity, you get bigger results. Right, I've run out of time. I wish you all a great day. If you haven't already, you can register with me to join the 5-day Fired Up Challenge. It's an online challenge working on 5 tasks I'm going to be setting you to push your limits, guys. All right, so links in the bio. Have a cracker. See you at 8 o'clock this morning for the kettlebell workout.